I did it! Woo! What's up? New lighting just dropped. Hey guys, it's Casey, and as you might be able to tell, I am officially in my new apartment, so I wanted to go ahead and film a video of me setting up all of the shelves. So if you watched my video where I packed up all of my shelves at my old place, you have a little bit of an idea what I'm getting myself into. So I have these 3 shelves. I recently got a new one of the tall, cheap black ones that I use. So I have these 3 in my new office room, and I have my ladder bookshelf out in the living room, and that's probably where I'm gonna put most of my like nonfiction and textbooks and stuff like that, and this is gonna be reserved for fiction. That's my plan right now. So I figured I'd just film a video where you get to see me organizing my bookshelves, trying to make it look nice. Not gonna lie, last time I had help from my sister. I'm not as good at that as she is, so we'll see. And I'll just give like some commentary throughout, and then afterwards I'll give you guys like a brief tour. I'm not gonna do like a full detailed bookshelf tour. Also, while the lighting is awesome when I'm like right here, I'm a little concerned that when I step back there, I just get entirely washed out. So if that happens, I apologize. All right, I'm gonna go bring in all of the books and then just get started, I think. Okay, all of the boxes are in here, so we're gonna open them all up, start putting them on the shelves. You understand how this process is gonna work. Do we think I have enough throw pillows and blankets? Okay, now it is book time. Okay, so my plan is to do it pretty much like I had it before. I'm not gonna like reinvent the wheel too much. So basically I'm going to loosely organize it by genre, but I do have a whole other shelf of, how do I point? A whole other shelf of space now that I didn't have before, which means I have a lot more room to play around with like how it's organized. Plus, at my old apartment, I had books up top and stacked like this high on the floor. So now we can get rid of the floor stacks. But my first priority is just going to be getting them on the shelves loosely in genre order. So like probably 2 sci-fi shelves, and then basically everything else fantasy, and then maybe like in a contemporary, like 1 or 2 contemporary shelves, just because I have adult and young adult. I also have classics, which I'm not sure if those are gonna go in here or out there. It depends on how much nonfiction I have to go out there. This is all just me delaying actually picking up heavy books. I mean, honestly, by the time you're seeing this video, I think my wrap up will have already gone up, so you will see what the finished product looks like, but you know, who cares? I'm not sure where the dedicated D&D shelf is gonna go. Part of me wants it in the living room, just so it's like slightly more prominently displayed to anyone who comes to my apartment. But I also know that I have enough D&D stuff that it probably needs to go on one of these middle shelves because they're the biggest. So I'm just gonna set it aside for now and come back to it. Same with all of the contemporary. I think what I'm gonna do is just do fantasy and sci-fi in here and make stacks of the other ones and then kind of see what my options are. Sit down and tell you my like loose plan that I'm going with. So right now I was thinking top 3 sci-fi. Don't know if I have that much sci-fi. That's what we were thinking. That one was fantasy standalones. Those 2 were YA. Everything else was just a catch-all at this point. But I forgot about graphic novels and comic books. I think I might have enough for 2 shelves of it. I really don't know. It's a mystery. And I'm sitting way out of frame. Bye. Probably need a shelf and a half, or they need to be on one of the big shelves. But the big shelves I think are all spoken for. And I forgot that I need like basically a dedicated Robin Hobb shelf and a dedicated N.K. Jemisin shelf or close to it. So this is gonna involve a lot of moving after we're done. I forgot about Sanderson. Okay, so unless I am missing a box, which I think I counted all of them, this should be all of the science fiction and fantasy that I have, plus graphic novels. So this is obviously not organized at all yet. There's just stacks of stuff everywhere. I'm just not exactly sure how much room I have to play with. So I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to pivot and we're gonna go out into the living room and we're gonna do that shelf, since that shelf is going to be confirmed all of the nonfiction, and then depending on how much space there is, possibly poetry, classics, things like that. I'm not really sure yet. And then based on how that goes, organize the rest of the shelves here. Now that I'm thinking about it a little bit harder, I'm pretty sure the contemporaries have to go in here because at my old place, half of them were on this shelf and I didn't get more room on the ladder shelf. So yeah, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go decorate that one because it's been a while. We've been working on this for a while, and we're gonna come back in here with fresh eyes. Lighting in here is also pretty good. I don't live in a cave anymore, guys. It's amazing. If I love this yet, and I haven't really organized them by subject matter as much as I would like them to be. Like there's random stuff about space in random places, but they're on there and it looks like all right, it's passable. So we're gonna go back in there and try to reorganize again. That's done. That perfectly fits all of my YA fantasy, assuming I, never get any more. I think the sci-fi is also about done. We'll get there, we'll get there. Now, I haven't done anything with any of my decorations yet, so I think my next step is to lay all of the decorations out like on the floor and then try to put them up to fill some of the gaps. Like, I'm glad I have the gaps because that means I have room for more books. It's like, I'm really excited about that, but like right now I just don't know how to make it look pretty. So we're gonna work on that. Okay, so I think I've got it the way I'm gonna keep it for now. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys like the briefest little rundown of what we've got because this is all I've got in me for today. So starting off, we've got these two shelves are sci-fi. I didn't have as much sci-fi as I thought I did, but that's exciting because it gives me room to get a lot more. Like this is plenty of space in here. So both of these are sci-fi, adult, young adult, all mixed in. Then moving across the top, we just have Robin Hobb. I honestly have one of the Robin Hobb books hidden back there because I do not have space for it, but that's fine. So these are all like just bound up like comic book issues or like single issues that I've got on this shelf. Below it is more like graphic novel type stuff and manga. This shelf has a lot of space on it. This is the shelf with my alley on it that I love so much. This is just adult fantasy. This is all Brandon Sanderson. This is a weird mix empty shelf space situation because I'm pretty sure that's middle grade. That is debated on whether it's young adult or adult, and then that's adult, so like who knows. This is all N.K. Jemisin and V.E. Schwab, and then also Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, and I'm just now realizing that I hate that. This one is like fantasy standalones, and then Neil Gaiman and Song of Ice and Fire because I didn't know where else to put that. Over here, this is all my YA fantasy. More adult fantasy, just kind of mixed in the really big hardbacks that have nowhere else to really go, and then adult contemporary and classics, and then young adult contemporaries. So yeah, this is the whole thing for now. And then let's go to the other one. This is the shelf that's out in the living room. Down there is just like textbooks and stuff. This is all like nonfiction, essays and poetry, nonfiction, my D&D shelf, and then more nonfiction up there. This one's also got a lot of space, but yeah, that's generally it. But I am completely worn out at this point, so I'm gonna call it here for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to keep up with what I'm reading, I have a link to my Goodreads down in the description below, but other than that, I'll see you guys next time.